all of my paint everywhere. Okay, so that's not bad. Good enough for now. Okay, and I can go back and fix that later. Now what you want to do is maybe I'll start going, and I think I'll take another brush. Here's a good size brush. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. This is, I don't even know what to call them, to tell you the truth. They call them flat and round, and this is a number 16, but I don't even pay attention to that anymore. I never really have. I just do my paintings. Now her dress here is pretty much white, but it does have that blue mixed in. So I'm going to go and grab a little bit of this. And I'm going to draw her arm in here really quick, okay? And then I'm going to put this, this has a little bit more green in it. So I'm going to put this little, it kind of goes like this, and then like that, and then there's a little green there. Now this thing around her neck is definitely green. You can see it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because if you want it to be perfect, then you spend, I don't know, maybe a few hours on this, and then you could probably get them to be good. Here on her dress, I mean, people think you're crazy. That's not blue. She's wearing a white skirt, but no, you can see it right there. Now you can see a little over here, and a little here, and maybe a little here, and you can see it going on her arm there. Okay. And then I'm going to have to go in for her hat. Her hat looks like a little yellow. Got to really get your colors right. Colors are huge. And even though people think, oh, her hat's white, it's really not white. This part here on the rim is sort of an orangey brown. If you can see what I got here, it looks about the same. So I'll paint that rim of her hat, which is just, might be a little too orange, but I'll put in a little black where I see it. I see a little bit of shading in there somewhere. There's a couple colors here and a couple more shading there. One there, one there. Now when you look at her face, it's pretty much dark. Okay, everybody goes for the flesh color or whatever color somebody's skin is, and it's not the way to paint. If her face looks black there, that's the color you paint it, because it has everything to do with the sun. So her face is kind of darker there, and then it gets a little lighter as you do her profile, sort of. But I'll probably end up and do that a little darker too. Now her hat is sort of, got to clean my brush again. If there's no black in the color, you don't want any black in the, on the paintbrush, because it'll just flatten out your colors. Now her hat looks like a, this is called Naples yellow. It's kind of like the lightest yellow that you can buy. And again, when I was in school, they didn't even let us buy Naples yellow. You had to mix it. A lot of times we had to use that egg tempera. And I'm just not interested in doing that. If you can tell, I've got very hyperactivity. I can't be bothered. So here we go here with her hat. And then I'm going to look for this color again. I see it a little bit here. I see some more, maybe a little bit here. Okay, and then I see a little bit more of this lighter orange color going down here on the easel. I also see a yellow part here. I didn't put any yellow, and since I don't feel like getting it, I'm gonna use this. I think it'll work fine. Okay, and I'm gonna put that there. That's like the other stick. Now right here, there's another stick sticking out. I don't know what it's from, but it looks like that. Then it turns into a little bit red, and I'm gonna put the red going up like this over. There's a little red there, so I don't know what it is, but it's there, so you put it there. Now, if you look at his hands, they are, like a fleshy color, but they're pretty much orange. I mean, his hands are orange. I don't know why, but they're orange. So you go ahead and you put it in. And the bottom part of his hand is sort of dark. Now, you could work on this for quite a long time, and I might keep going with it. But my point is to just show you that in a half an hour, you can get a lot done. And you always want to have a sketch, because if you don't have a sketch, there's nowhere to track where you're going. We'll take a break in about 3 or 4 minutes, but I'm just going to keep going in here. I'm going to do his pants next, and you want to say they're khaki pants, but they look sort of greenish gross. So let's get the greenish gross. And there we go. And I think I've pretty much mixed it. So here's his pants here. Okay. And then it gets light, because the light is hitting the top of his other pant over here. So you could put that, whoops, I got that color wrong. I see some green in that too. And if you see it, you got to do it. I was working on some house portraits again just recently. I'm painting all the houses on Main Street in Madison right now. I mean in Farmington, I'm sorry. And they're not that hard because they all are colonials. So a lot of them look the same. It's not that black shutters, white house. But I've kind of set myself up for a lot of work. And thank God most of them are coming out good, but sometimes you just don't have that kind of luck. But what I'm going to do here is, you can tell I've got the same color here for his shirt. Okay, there's got a lot of white mixed in too, which I'll add later. Leave her hand, I think it's there. And then I see a little bit of green. There's like a little green thing. I don't know. It's like right, looks like a triangle. You can see it right here. And if you look for those shapes, I got some more green over here. If you look for those shapes, you can pretty much get it. And I'm going to show you a trick real quick before we go for a break. Her hand is coming out of a circle, okay? So what I do is I just make that circle, see? And there's her hand. Okay, and then her hand, as you can see, again, it's flesh colored, but the under, well, I shouldn't even say that. It's orangey white. Underneath that is, again, it's black. So you go for it. And you want to put her hand, well, it's not really black. Maybe I should lighten it up a bit. And her hand's coming out of here. You can see the tip of her finger is red. Okay, so I'm going to put in the red, and then in about 2 minutes, we're going to be done with this session of painting. I wouldn't say I'm thrilled with this one, but it's not bad. Okay, you want to go in and find every little part. You see a dot here, you put it in. If you see some red here, you put it in. I see some here coming out of the easel, I put it in. On the side of the canvas here, I see straight blue going right down the side. I'll put that right there. Okay? And then you keep going. If you got this color out, you make sure. Did I miss anywhere? Is it anywhere else? It's over there with the books. You put it in here. Okay? This green, whoopsie, this green down here, you can just put in that around there. And pretty soon, your painting's starting to be able to come together. So we're going to take a break, and thanks for joining me for this half an hour of painting at the crack of dawn. And as you can see, I've got a pretty good example of how to copy a reproduction. Mostly, I would say it would take probably maybe an hour to get something real good. But again, I've done reproductions that take this amount of time and they're better. But it's all right. I'm pretty happy with this one. So hopefully we'll see you soon for the crack of dawn.